Hello and welcome to a new episode of my knitting podcast. My name is Jolanda and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands. This is another Monday, a Monday knit and chat, and I'm very excited to be with you today again. So I hope you enjoy this episode. It will be about my finished objects, my knitting plans, a little bit of crochet, and yeah, let's just get started. This is upload number 65, if I remember correctly, and I'm wearing my finished object of last week. You've already seen this, but I'm wearing it today. It's just lovely, isn't it? And it's so soft, and yeah, this is the fairy tale from Knitting for Breakfast. It is one of our older patterns. It is not very size inclusive, but with a gauge and needle size, and you can play around a little bit. I usually wear an L or an XL, and I ended up making the size S because it's just blocked out really nicely and it became bigger than expected. And that's how, her newer patterns are definitely are size inclusive, but the older ones are a little bit left behind. Um, Yes, I have another finished object or almost finished. I only have to weave in the ends, and that is the chambray pullover blouse by Emile Louise. And I made quite a lot of modifications. Um, the pattern is very well written, but I changed my the thickness of the yarn and the needle size, and I ended up frogging a lot. You can look up my older episodes and see what all has been going on with this project. It was not a smooth ride, but I think it is mostly my own fault. And um, as I as I have trouble concentrating, that might be a age factor. It might also be that I have just a lot of on my mind, processing a lot from the past. I think I have to make just more notes and just be more precise in what I'm doing. I don't know. But that to say, it was a very nice pattern, and I am not against frogging. I just need to stay calm, and I just want to knit like the wind to just kept up with whatever I just frogged, and that's not even possible. It is also not required. So let me show you how has become. So in the end, I did do a rib neckband. I unraveled the scallops, and actually now I can wear it just as it is. I don't have to wear anything underneath, which is really nice. I just can add a little necklace or a decorative little shawlette. And because this is a very thick and warm fabric, it is mohair and silk. I was not looking forward in also wearing something underneath just because the neckline was too low. So it became in the end a very basic sweater. Very nice and white sleeves. I just have to weave in the ends. Oh, I have to be careful because there's a candle here. Don't want to set anything on fire. So nice white ribs. And yes, it is a basic sweater, but because of the yarn, it really did not need anything else. So yeah, it just needs to, I need to weave in the ends, and this is just basic with a double decrease in the front. I had to look it up, and it was not difficult at all. Yeah, I in the end I had still a little bit of leftover. I ordered a total of 8 skeins of 50 grams, and I think I have a 50 gram left in the end after the frogging and everything else. So I have a few pictures, so I can show it to you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna block this. This is fully of sequins, and it is also a silk and mohair. I'm not sure because it looks really nice knitted up. So I am. a little bit concerned that I'm gonna ruin the fabric. So I'm not sure. I don't think I will wash and block it until it really needs to. And then I definitely have to be very careful with this. So yeah, this is very festive. I was thinking about the Christmas vibe when I ordered this yarn and I made this. Yeah. So in the end, it became a different sweater than the pattern intended, but I think I will knit the pattern again and then use the correct thickness of yarn. And yeah, it is just a basic raglan. So I really liked the edging around the neck, and yeah, I had to omit that because of the difference in yarn and gauge and everything else. So yes, well, um, then I have for you to show the progress on my Birkin, and it was very strange because um, I don't know if you have that too, because you focused on okay, you knit, knit, knit. It's just sleeve, and it. This morning I thought, okay, I'd like to do. I think the decreases are. Let's just say every eighth round. So I like to do at least 8 rounds every day, and usually I do a little extra. So I finished all the decreases and I just kept knitting. And this morning I thought, okay, let's do the 8 rounds, and I can, as a bonus, I can choose whatever project I'm gonna do next. And I just took the measuring tape and I thought, oh, really? I'm actually too long right now. So no, I'm not too long, but I have 2 centimeters left for the correct length. And that's a bit of a small cuff. I really would like a bigger cuff. So it doesn't matter. So the sleeves will just be longer and hopefully they poof up a little bit. See how this, I wish they were a little bit longer. Somehow the sleeves, I thought I really made them long, but that's okay. I wear only a tank underneath, and I was thinking of wearing something with long sleeves underneath when it really gets colder. But strangely enough, I think with blocking it actually shortens a little bit. But the Birkin, that one won't have that problem because the sleeves are going to be really long. So this was so quickly, and it is a 3mm needle, and I transferred it to Magic Clip for the last part because that I don't even have an. I think I switched to 2.25, and I don't have a small circular needle in that size. I really want to go down actually a whole needle size to get a tighter rib. But yeah, I did not have 2mm long circular. So the Birkin, yeah. So here it is, and it has an almost finished sleeve. Look how long it is. Oh, that is a really long sleeve. Well, another sleeve is already on the needle, so I have no problems with sleeves apparently. The 40 centimeter needle work very well for me, and I'll just go around and around and around, and yeah, it goes really quickly. As I said, I want to do a little bit of progress on all the things I am currently working on. I think I want to keep them all active. There are not that many. Sometimes I fail. I can't do everything every day a little bit, but most days I'm pretty good. And sometimes I do a little bit of extra crochet, and yeah, well, the Birkin. So almost finished. It's just weaving in the ends, and then the Birkin is ongoing pretty quickly actually. And then I have the champagne sweater of Sari from Sari Nordland, which is such a pretty sweater. And I actually made progress. This is going slow. Last time I just finished going in the round, so I had a little bit from the underarm, and I made this kind of progress. So this is a much tighter gauge, and this takes some concentration because you constantly have to look at the chart. But the bigger it gets, the prettier it gets. It is really, really, really stunning. Absolutely love this, and I will be going and going and going. So yeah, this is this is this is just stunning. And I am very much looking forward in continuing this. I was trying to do 10 rows a day, but I don't think I managed to do that. But still, I like to do a little bit of it every day. So maybe I'll pick it up after podcasting and do my do my rows that I want to, because I want it to be finished at some point. It doesn't have to be finished next week, but it is something I would really look forward to wearing. So then you have to work on it, right? Then the next thing is then another knitted project, and that is the step-by-step cardigan. And I am so pleased with the pattern and the tutorial going along with it. It is a pattern by Florence Miller, and I watched her whole tutorial. She just really is good in explaining. She is also very good in filming and at the right angle, and such a good quality. So the thing I was struggling, or it was new for me, was the Italian bind off, and I did that last night. I was so concentrated, and I had a cat scratching the door. We just went to daylight saving, so the cat was like, "Where is mommy? I am hungry." And he was scratching the door, and the dog was constantly making sounds because he was as annoyed as I am. And it's like, I have to finish this because, oh, I had to start the tutorial again. I made notes on how to do it, and it just did not look so good. It was very wonky, and then I tightened it up going, oh, and of course I took yarn. The yarn I'm working with is again the silk mohair with the sequins, so I cut the strand of sequins because that cost every second. I tried to put my needle through one of the sequins, got stuck. And then the fuzzy yarn, it was not a success. It was not a smart thing to do, but that is me. I don't want to do the practice. I just want to do it immediately on the project I'm working on. And that's something I should have taken a little bit more time. I was cramped in the end. It was like, all right. And I was way past half stitches, and it's like, oh, maybe I understand the rhythm now. And then it went way easier. Do I really like it? Not at this point, but that was also with the Kitchener stitch. I mastered it. I don't even have to think about it. But the problem is with this, it's not something you do every day. And I just think I have to make it a thing that I just use the Italian bind off from now on. And then maybe it will get stuck in the brain, and it will be just as easy as any cast off. So it is a sewn cast off, bind off, sewn bind off. And I'm not sure if there's a difference between the Italian or the tubular. I think they kind of look the same because the stitches roll around. Um, it's pretty wonky, but I think for a first time I can live with it. It is also nice, stretchy. It is not. I mean, yeah, it is as stretchy as you let it be, because the looser you make it, the stretchier it probably is. But I think you can see this. Yeah. Well, I don't think it is bad, but I think practice will make perfect. And she did explain it extremely well. But since I'm a left-handed knitter, I was so confused about what I saw and what I needed to do. But thankfully, YouTube has many tutorials also for left-handed knitters, which is fantastic. So, excuse me. In the end, I did master it. So another new thing I'm working on is the double knitted button band, and that she also showed us in length in her free tutorial. That is all about the free pattern, the cardigan. Um, so yeah, I am working on that too, and it is not hard. It is not hard at all. It is a knitted on, and every row you knit, you take a little bit of the live stitches. So you have a long way to go. She also explains how to incorporate the buttonholes, which, because I'm left-handed, for her it was in the beginning. For me it will be the last rows, which is not bad at all, because the hard part, it will be at the time where I mastered the rest. I think I already mastered the rest. So this looks really, really nice, and it is double because it is yeah, how do you call it? Oh, I just said it, but it slipped my mind. Um, yeah, really nice, really polished. So both sides are really nice, and this is thick because it is a double-sided, right? I am just yeah, I don't know about how much yarn it's going to take, but I will just keep going. I already knitted up one ball for the sleeve, which is not finished yet, that sleeve. So it is very similar to the chambray, and also the stitch count, of course, because this is the same yarn. It also has the sequence, but it is less visible because of the color. I made it a high hip length, so it's kind of cropped. It is not really cropped, but it is shorter than I would usually make it. And yeah, so that is one ball knitted up. I still have two balls left and this. So I don't know. I can order more. I don't want to order more, but if I have to, I can order more. I will see. I'm not sure how much that whole button band will take. But yeah, I will just keep knitting, and I will see. I will see how this goes. I enjoy the process. It is not hard at all. It's not hard at all. It's taking definitely some more time, but that's okay, because I really like a thicker, sturdier button band, and I think that is giving it a really nice finished look. So I am excited learning new techniques, and I think these techniques can be used on multiple projects. So yeah, if you master them, then you just use them over and over again. So I am at my last project, and that is my crochet project. So far, last week, I don't think you can see this, I finished this tag. This week I finished another one. So these are, I make stacks by color center. So these are all the light purple, and these are all with a white center. So the difference between this one and the ones I did this week is they're one round shorter, because I want to finish them all off in the natural color. So I will do that later. For now, I just did all the centers. These have not been woven in the ends. The rest mostly have. And what I do is, these are 15 centers of one color. I have 16 colors, so I will use every color once on the center, except the color of the center, of course. And then I repeat that a few times until I have a square like this, and then there's another pile finished. So this is going along really nicely, and I really like it. It's very addictive. But usually I do one round a day. And then if there's a lot of time left, I will do more because I can spend a whole day crocheting and then I have nothing to to show you because I want to, I mean, keep things in circulation. And it is absurd to want to to crochet on a blanket that's going to take a while, and then you run out of steam, and then it ends somewhere. So now I'm still excited for the moment I give myself the time to work on this, and it is not boring so far. And I still looking forward to starting a new round and see how it all comes together. And for me, the exciting part also is that I used up my leftover balls, and every time you finish your balls, like, oh, that's one left, and yeah, using up the leftovers is really nice. I'm not so really good in making scrappy projects, but these were all quite yeah, almost full balls of 50 grams, so that was a little bit easier for me. I also have started a new project, but I can't reach it, and actually it is not very interesting to look at, but I can tell you what it is. I have, in the past, I used a lot of craftsy classes to learn new techniques, learn sticking, and since then a lot of has changed. Um, at the time I did it, that is, might have been 8 years ago, maybe even more. I think my kids were pretty little. But the classes are for life. I think they have a subscription now for a year or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I, in the past, made a shawl. The class is called Sweetheart Shawls, and the teacher is Kristen Omdahl, and I made one of her shawls. It is a class which has 3 shawls, and I really liked one of them. So I made it out of an acrylic, very fuzzy yarn. It looked a little bit more hair kind, but it was very acrylic, which was okay. I wore it a lot. It was a very beautiful blue color, but that is really a color that I can no longer wear with the gray hair and everything. That is just a very bright blue, a really beautiful blue. So I have a lot of yarn, and it was very thin yarn. So I thought, okay, I do it double stranded, and it is an old pink. How do you call that? I don't know. Muted pink, a dusty color. So I thought I would really love to have a shawl just like that. I made that back then, and then in a color that is more suitable for me right now. So the problem with the Craftsy platform is I downloaded the app on my phone and it works perfectly. As soon as you want to download the patterns, they are nowhere to be found. You get a nice explanation where it is to be found, but it is just not visible on the phone. So I don't have a computer at the moment I can use. So my son has a laptop, and he said kindly, all right, Mom, I'll just put it down here and you can use it. It was just a 1 minute job. I downloaded it, sent it to my phone, and yeah, I can use it. So the shawl arm knitting is the tiered jasmine shawl. So it has layers. I'm changing them up a little bit. I will put a picture in here, and next week I'll show you what the shawl looks like, because it's just garter stitch and it's out of reach. So I omitted the eyelets in the center spine. I did not like it then. After it was finished, I thought they were just too big. So I just knitted those through the back loop. So they closed up the holes. And yeah, well, it is I think the gauge is a little bit tighter. I will just knit until it's big enough. And later on you pick up the stitches for the ruffle, and the bind off is with a sort of picot that's mimics the jasmine flower. I think she is from Florida, and yeah, jasmine was all around her. That's what she said. So that's nice, and that is only a project that is not required much attention. It's very mindless at the moment. It's just the whole project is garter stitch and some eyelets, and later on some picking up stitches, which is very doable and very relaxing to knit. So there is only a little bit of personal stuff, which is not much. I just want to focus on all the good stuff. But we had to say goodbye to our beloved cat Max. Max lived with us only for a short amount of time. It was mostly 3 years. It was my late mom's cat. We took him home when she was not recovering, and there was no hope of her going home. So the cat has been alone for quite a while, and the neighbors were just kind of fed up with looking after him. It was more than 6 months, and it was really a long time. So from an outdoor cat, he went an indoor cat with no problems at all, and he lived only in one bedroom. And I still cannot imagine how he did that, but he adapted. He loved it. He was so fond of my son, and my son likewise was very fond of him. They had 3 wonderful years together. The saying goodbye was very hard for him. Um, he needed very intense medical care. The moment we got him, it was obviously he had already many problems. He had a very big ear problem. There was a polyp growing in, and it already has reached the eardrum, and it gave him a lot of inner ear infections. So he had many antibiotics. He also had problems with the bladder, the pee. He had to be on special diet, and that's fine. We have another cat who's on special diet. After that, he developed many lumps, and they just um, became open wounds. He wore a cone for over a year. But Michael cared for him. He cleaned the wounds. He gave him the antibiotics. He gave him painkillers. The cat was so happy. He slept with Michael every night, and he was lively. He was happy until last Monday. And my son had a week off from work, and then he said, "Mom, I think it's time." He is only under the bed, and he came for food, but he did not look good. And then, yeah, well, it was time. Yeah, time had come. So yeah, then it's only 3 years, but yeah, they get into your heart very quickly. It's the cycle of life, and he had a wonderful 3 years here with us. For now, there is 2 cats. Molly is my sweetheart. She is my soulmate. She knows everything I feel. If I'm not well, she will let me know in a very bad way. She will definitely pee on my bed. But that hasn't happened for a long time, so I think we're all doing good. She is 12 years old, so that is pretty scary. And then there's Victor. He is 4 years old, as the same age as the dog, so they probably will live a long time after. Yeah, well, you never know. 2 cats and a dog, and 2 sons and me. That's who lives in this house at the moment. And we're going fast towards Christmas, and I'm stunned actually how fast everything goes. I am planning a project, and I'm not totally sure yet. I had an ebook from Viola, something from Denmark, I think, or Sweden. She has one ebook, and it's in English. It is a full colourwork pattern she made. Very, very interesting. Very. Um, yeah, a little bit different than the usual color work. She gives it a different twist. But I was looking at my stash from drops, not Holst Garn, super soft. I have a few skeins, balls of that, and I really want to make something out of it. And I think Colorwork is the best project for that. Um, but if I think realistically, then I don't think I made it once before a full color work. I don't think I will wear that. I think it's a bit much. But I was planning doing muted colors, very low contrast. So I'm still thinking about that. But I am going towards definitely a garment. And then I will not use mini skeins. I will look what I have and what I can combine. If I have to buy a few more balls of holes, you can also buy in 25 grams, so you don't have to need to buy full 50-gram skeins if you only need a little bit for a color work. So that is also good. Um, so I tried. It's just my head was not feeling it. So I shoved it aside. I have the color cards from Holst Garn, so I can try and match up. That's not as easy as it sounds. Um, so I am thinking about it. So I might look at the pattern, put the pattern in 24 parts, so I can knit a part every day. I look at the colors. I can wrap the colors up in, put it in a little package, so I can open one every day or one every so many days. And so looking at the pattern and combining and looking at what color will go, I can have a little bit of a mystery for myself, I think. Yeah, that sounds like something I want to do for Christmas. So there will not be Christmas cast on, but it will just be a December knit, and hopefully it is finished at the end of December. It doesn't even need to be finished for Christmas because I have my Christmas sweater is already finished, right? And even this, I mean, this I can wear for Christmas. It's so beautiful. I really, really like it. And I just think I need more of these in my life because in different colors, and I really like it. Maybe some short sleeves for summer. It's really a pattern I really, really enjoy making, and also really like wearing, and the way it looks. So this is it for her this week today, and I hope you all enjoyed watching. Please take a moment and like and maybe subscribe if you're interested. It will help grow this channel, hopefully. And I will be back next week. If nothing comes between, I will be here in another Monday and show you what I've been up to for this week. So happy knitting, and I hope you're all fine. Please take care and share whatever you're working on. Until next time. Bye bye.